Hi everyone! I wanted to make another video about sight words. So in our class we refer to them as popcorn and balloon words because they pop up and float up in our books all the time. They are 50 words that students should know immediately upon sight, and 35 out of 50 of them can't be sounded out, so it makes it pretty tricky for some students to learn them. And through my research, I found a statement, and it says that approximately 75 to 80% of all beginning or beginner texts are made up of sight words. So that's why it's so crucial for them to know. So as I'm reading with students on a daily basis, I'm noticing that obviously the main thing preventing them from understanding and reading these texts is their lack of sight word knowledge. Now, we haven't started introducing them yet. However, we are planning on having Popcorn Day in December, which means that we will slowly start to introduce popcorn words. But as I was doing some research on helping students with sight words, I found a really interesting resource. And initially I found them, they were called pictographs, and then I came upon this resource, which is called iWords. And essentially what they are the sight words that students need to know with a picture embedded within it. And I thought this was a really neat idea. And I remember last year when I was introducing balloon words and we got to the word look, we would always draw little eyeballs in the two O's, and students would always be able to remember that word because of that visual picture within it, so they could always remember it. So this resource, what they describe it as is a multi-sensory approach because there is the visual piece of it, there's the auditory piece, so for example you would obviously have to say this so that they could understand the context of the picture, and then there's the kinesthetic side where you can do, sorts of different activities with them. But I think this is going to be really helpful for our students. Some students won't need this. Some students can just remember through repetition. However, I think this will be beneficial for all students, especially those who are struggling, because it just makes sense, and kids are better able to remember and learn through pictures. So let me show you some examples. So here's the word for example, right? And then the verbal piece that you would say with it is a boy says, ah. Now, and is a really hard word for some kids to remember because phonetically you just can't sound it out. However, if you use it within the context of salt and pepper, it will make more sense to them. So what I'm going to do this year is I'm going to be introducing all of our popcorn and balloon words that are included within this resource, which is most of them, as these picture words. So let me just show you a couple more examples. And it's really key to put the auditory piece and connect it to the picture. For example, this wouldn't make sense if you didn't know that the verbal piece was as big as an elephant. So my plan is to initially introduce our sight words as these pictographs or picture words, iWords, and then eventually just show the visual text without the picture within it. And I really do think that this is going to help a lot of students. And I'm really excited. I think not only are they fun, but I think students are going to be able to learn their sight words a lot faster. So if this is a resource that you'd be interested in having, it is available on Teachers Pay Teachers. It was $9. However, I'd be more than happy to share it with you. So if you'd be interested in having these and using them with your child at home, maybe they're struggling with sight words, please just send a note in their important bag and I'd be happy to email you a copy of these. I think they're really great to have. I'm excited to use them. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope this helped you a little bit.